Senate's longest-serving member says he is not running for re-election. 81-year-old Vermont Democrat Patrick Leahy is set to retire at the start of 2023. Leahy is the first Democrat to announce he will not seek re-election next year, joining 5 other Republicans. Thomas Sullivan joins me now with more. He is the president emeritus and professor of political science at the University of Vermont. Professor, welcome. Thanks very much for being with us. So Senator Patrick Leahy is 81 years old. He has served in the Senate since 1975. Was his retirement announcement expected?
Good evening, Elaine, and pleasure to be with you this evening. I think we had great expectation of the senator's announcement this last Monday. He has said repeatedly throughout his career that when he's up for re-election, he will always make a decision in November. So we knew that that time was coming short, and on Monday he announced. Lots of conversation in the state going in both directions, whether he would run for a historic another term, now, as you know, in the Senate for nearly 50 years. But he announced that he was going to be retiring and returning to his beloved Vermont. He said in his announcement, it's time to go home. It's a very bittersweet announcement for those of us here in Vermont who know Senator Leahy and his dear wife, Marcelle, as well.
Yes, I imagine so, as the longest serving senator. Well, then who are the top potential successors, Professor? And is there any possibility that a Republican could win the seat?
Well, to your first question, Elaine, there's great expectation, and we are told that we may hear this week or very soon. Our current sitting Congressman Peter Welch, who's been in the Vermont's sole single seat in the House for about a decade, is going to make an announcement this week, or as I said, very soon. And the expectation is that Peter Welch may well declare his candidacy for Patrick's seat in the Senate, or he may not. But I think most people think that Peter will, in fact, announce that he will run for the Senate.
So Vermont's other Senator Bernie Sanders is 80 years old. Congressman Welch is 74. Are Democrats developing a deeper, younger bench of talent?
Yes, I think so. And Elaine, there's quite a bit of discussion in the state right now, given the age demographics that you just mentioned. There is a conversation going on whether it's time now in Vermont to turn to a younger generation, and perhaps even to looking very carefully at a number of women potential candidates. We have never had a woman represent Vermont in the United States Congress. And as you just mentioned, we have 2 of the most senior and distinguished senators from Vermont. And with Patrick Leahy's announcement, there's a lot of discussion about the next generation and whether this is the time for a woman to represent Vermont in the Congress, whether it be in the Senate, or if Congressman Welch runs for the Senate seat, whether it will be in the House, representing as our sole congressperson from Vermont.
I know you mentioned Peter Welch as a likely potential successor, but where does Senator Sanders factor into that process? How influential do you expect him to be in choosing Senator Leahy's successor?
That's not clear. I mean, traditionally, as we know, at least across the country, senior members of Congress tend not to come out in the primary and pick one colleague in the same party as another. So that's not clear, but we know Senator Sanders is a very strong and has many opinions, and I'm sure he'll share those along the way. But it's not clear what role, if any, he'll play during the primary sorting out.
Right. It is clear, though, as you say, that Senator Sanders is, in fact, known for having very, very strong opinions. All right, Professor Thomas Sullivan, a pleasure to have you. Thank you very much, Professor.
My pleasure. Thank you, Elaine.